son's own Cali rapper, Deadman. What's good with you, man?
Hey, what's good, my nigga? Deadman, S.O.N.S, Jungle, you know what I mean? King of the dot representative, y'all niggas know what time it is. Good with you, homie. It's funny, you know, back in the day, I used to, I wasn't as talkative as I am now. I used to be very quiet, very serious, and people used to call me the Tin Man, you know what I mean? They used to say, oh, this nigga's heartless, he's the Tin Man. And I used to run with that name, and then a while back, a few years ago, I got a tattoo on my hand, which is the Deadman stand. It's aces and eights.
Right.
It's supposed to represent that level or not, but I got a tattoo on my hand, so then I was like, instead of the Tin Man, I might as well go with the Deadman, you know what I mean? Because I go play on the tattoo, and I just started fucking just using that name, and went to battle rap, used that, and then decided that it's kind of like a sarcastic play against on battle rap, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm a Deadman because I'm battling so-and-so, you know what I'm saying? So it worked out for me so far. I could flip my name, or people can flip it, and make the battle entertaining and whatnot, so yeah, that's all I can as well.
All right, well, will I continue? That just birthed another question. Who do you think had the best Deadman flip, name flip?
Oh, shit, man. I'd have to go back and watch. I mean, there's been a lot of good ones. Thoro did a good one. He did a Bon Jovi scream, and he edited it with Dead or Alive. And I like that shit because he had wordplay with it. He had a lot of good ones in that battle. I know Light of Day had some good ones. He had an Ottawa bar on how to handle the dead body. To be honest, I have to go back and watch them. I had a few good ones myself. Every battle I try to put my name like once or twice just because I noticed that it's going to get a reaction. Alright, well, I mean, I used to battle a long time ago back when I was a kid. But out here, battle was it was still in the freestyle era where they didn't really like the East Coast style that much. They just had their own style. So my style was, I would freestyle, but it would be a lot of punchlines. Sometimes back to back. Sometimes I would think of them while other niggas rapping and throw them in there. And everybody thought I was written. So they didn't, a lot of the freestyle tournaments I was in, they didn't like it. They're like, you can't have written, you can't have written. So I kind of retired from that after that. I didn't feel like they fuck with my style. And then as time went on, I started watching battles on YouTube, the smack shit. And these niggas was coming in with ratings, but they had a lot of punches in them. So I was just watching as a fan, and then finally I seen somebody posted, if you like Murder Mook and Loaded Lux, you're like this nigga conceited. So, you know, I said, let me do the Grind Time battle. I was a fan of Grind Time at the time. I was watching all that shit. So I watched Conceited, and his style was similar to mine. Like, he was just punching back to back. Like, it was just, it was very similar. And so, Conceited got bars. Yeah, I fucked with him. And then a month or two later, I seen a battle with a nigga named QP. And he was just very complex, the wordplay and all that shit. And then when I found out him and Conceited were in the same squad, I was like, okay, these niggas, they might have something here. Then like a week or so later, I seen a battle with a nigga Harvest, and he had the same style too. And I was like, damn, all these niggas got bars, you know what I mean? And they remind me of me. So, you know what I mean? I just was like, if I do come back to battle rap, I'm probably going to start fucking with the jungle, because the jungle as a whole seems to like that style, and it's out here out west. So they had an event, Jungle LA, I think June 2010, I believe. And I live in LA, so I was like, yeah, I'll go over there, I'll try out, you know what I mean? I'll show them my style, and I'm sure they'll fuck with it because it's similar to theirs. My opponent actually no-showed that night, so I did meet all of the niggas, and it was all cool niggas. Then the next Jungle film was in Stockton, and Fox told me, yeah, if you come up here, we have an opponent from Stockton who's he'll be here for sure. So I went all the way to Stockton. My opponent no-showed again, and I ended up battling another nigga who was opponent no-showed, but I said I'm going to use the same bars that I had for the first nigga. So I just used the same bars I had, crowd went crazy. The Deadman versus KID, that was my first battle. And a lot of the sons was in the building, actually, and they was just like, man, your sounds crazy, folks be heavy, you know what I'm saying, I'll be down with sons. And I was like, hey, I was already expecting to, you know what I mean, because I knew they would go up for their style. But then on, we've been working tough. You know, I was at every jungle event after that, and, you know, me and them niggas just clicked, and, you know, that's my family right now, you know what I'm saying?
Do you do music?
You know what, I really don't. I'm really very bitter with music, the music industry as a whole right now. Like, I did music probably back when I was battling music, I was doing music too. think I even started dabbling because my music wasn't really doing nothing. Like I always liked writing. Like that's my passion. You know what I'm saying? So I always write crazy lyrical rhymes, not with masterpieces. But when you're up and coming, no one really hears your shit. Well, most people don't care to take a chance on a new artist. They just don't, and I don't blame them. That's just how it is. You know what I mean? So I was writing this crazy shit. It wasn't getting heard, and so I was like, well, at least if I battle, my bars would be sticking by that audience. You know what I mean? The YouTube audience. But music, I just lost the passion for it. I didn't care for it. Like all the extra shit, kind of like successful artists, it doesn't appeal to me, and so I fell back from that. But nowadays, a lot of the fans, even though I'm still skeptical on if fans would really gravitate towards it, because a lot of battle rap fans only care about battles, but there's still some fans that are dedicated to certain battlers, and if they want it, then who am I not to try to bring it out to them? Because a lot of my homeboys out here rap anyway. And most of my niggas don't give a fuck about battle rap, but they rap regularly, and they keep asking me to do features and shit. So I expect to get back into it within the next few months just to get my feet wet again. And then if I decide I like it, I'll probably do it full time again. Okay, as far as music, me personally, I usually write. It's funny. I write my verse before I even hear the beat. A lot of the times, I'll either write it to a beat in my head or a different beat, and then when the beat comes on, I edit it depending on how I need that beat to sound. Recently, though, I do write to beats now, just because all my verses don't need to sound like battle verses. You know what I mean? That's one thing I learned. That sometimes a beat will just give you some kind of cadence where you're just saying something simple, but it still fits the beat. And right now, if I do go back to music, I want all kinds of styles, all kinds of patterns, all kinds of songs to show that I'm versatile in that. So I'm not even focused on battle verses anymore for music. So yeah, I just go in the booth, put the beat on, kind of freestyle in my head, write some shit down, write the rhymes with it, go back, edit it, and then try to link to the punches just in case a battle fan listens to it, or just anybody in general, because that's what will separate me from other artists. My music's kind of lyrical. As far as prepping for a battle, it's a very complicated process. Realistically, I can't explain the whole thing in one sitting, but basically, there's probably 3 or 4 things I do. One, I just think of bars randomly throughout life. You know what I mean? When I'm walking around, something pops in my head, or I hear a beat, or I listen to a song, I think of a crazy bar, I write it down, just a punch, or sometimes even just the last compound that line, and then I'll think of the punch later. And then there's a book of a million punches that don't mean nothing to nothing. And then when I get an opponent, I first think of his name and think of any punches that come to mind off top from the name. You know what I mean? Because name flips work on any battle. Like the battle rap audience is still in love with name flips. So I think of name flips. I'll watch their battle. I'll observe any flaws I see or any angles that were taken before that I can go deeper on, or angles that never been said. Write those down. Try to make sure I don't say anything that a previous opponent said. And then I combine those with some of the punches I already had, depending on the league. Like if it's King of the Dot, then I'll usually use my heavier shit because I know a lot more people will watch it. But I try to go heavy on every battle regardless of the league, but King of the Dot and maybe URL are probably the top 2 views leagues, so out here anyway. So I would definitely try to use my best shit on there. And then I usually just fit in the punches where I need to, try to put comedy into it, because everybody doesn't watch battles for bars. Some niggas watch for just being entertained. Some people will watch my battle just to laugh, you know what I mean? That's definitely giving me an edge against somebody. So any funny things I can put in, I throw in there. Any shit from left field that you wouldn't expect a battle to say or do, I'll try to throw in there too, just so the round doesn't sound repetitive. And there's a lot more to it than that, but I don't want to take all your touches on that. But that's pretty much the basics. And then I just go back, edit it, and keep editing it until I feel like, okay, I can live with this verse right now, this round. Taunties are legend to me. Like this is the funny thing about when I did my very first battle that I just talked about, and I went to the fucking shop. After I was done with it, I'm pretty sure Tauntie was the first nigga that I had recognized that walked up to me and said, "Man, you got crazy. You're good. You're good, nigga." Like he was one of the first. It's him, Awkward, Heartless, and Fox. But T, like, I didn't expect him to even be watching the battle. And he walked up like, "You're good, my nigga." And from then on, I had respect for him at that point, because it's like a lot of these battle rappers, they take themselves too seriously. They feel like they're too important to talk to niggas or to give other niggas props. But when any nigga like me, I'm just a regular nigga. So to be honest with you, when he did that, and him and Awkward and Hunter did that, every battle since that I've seen, when I think someone's good, I walk up to him and do the same because of them niggas. So yeah, Tall T was a good nigga. Like, every time I was at Stockton, he made sure niggas was taken care of. Like, we would go to the mall or wherever we went up there, because Stockton only has like certain places that all the battle rappers hang out at when there's an event. And we'd always run him up to you. I was like, "Y'all niggas good?" If anything was happening, he diffused the situation. I could name several instances that he stepped in a few situations that could have turned bad, and he was just always laughing, always happy. Never had nothing bad to say about him. Never heard anyone say anything bad about him. He was like a general out there, and his impact is very profound, because the jungle is known for punchlines, but it's known for funny punchlines, and I think Tall T helped pioneer that. Like, his battle with Khan was one of the first. That was actually the first Khan battle I saw. I'm pretty sure. And Tall T was wicked, in my opinion. I thought Tall T was getting off too, and I was like, "Damn, these niggas is going in." And Tall T's style is like the 1-2 punches, where he just says something, and regardless of how you feel about the bar, you have to react. It's either funny or it's crazy, or you're like, "Damn, that nigga, the crazy nigga thought of that. No one else thought of that." And a lot of his punches are very unique. And so, as far as people mention his name, I'm glad to keep his legacy alive. You know what I mean? As far as I know, most people being very respectful about it. You kind of have to, because if you say anything disrespectful, the Stockton niggas will be on your helmet, and Stockton niggas, they're very serious about that shit. They don't play. So, to hopefully keep people just keep his name alive. You know what I mean? And you must remember that he was out here and he made his impact. You know what I'm saying? And it was a sad day when I heard the news. I didn't even believe it. I still don't believe it sometimes. Like, I just, when I'm traveling to Stockton or Oakland, I'm like, yeah, but see my food chain niggas and da-da-da, and I think about it, like, oh shit, crazy, it's all gone, man. It doesn't make sense to me, but I'm glad to have known them, at least.
Man, rest in peace, man.